Before this video starts, this whole video has a genuine and a very broad message to share. But before then, I share some stories, and hopefully you guys enjoy these. They're about, personal shit that went through my life and that I try to make jokes about now. Hopefully you guys enjoy. They're really stupid stories, and if you guys want to hear better stories, maybe even more taboo stories, more crazy stories, then let me know. But this is just me talking about my feelings. Alright, peace. Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, what up, y'all? So I'm bringing you guys another video today, because I thought that I would just make a video of me sitting on my couch and talking to y'all, just because I felt like there was not really a video that you guys have seen from me where, like, you guys were able to actually catch up with my life and shit. So I kind of just wanted to let the camera roll, and I kind of just wanted to talk and shit like that, and hopefully I could just make something good out of it. I also graduated, which is, like, something that I really honed in on the podcast, but it's a really, really weird thing to think about. It's a really fucking crazy thing. I mean, I guess I explained this the best on the podcast, so if you guys really want to get, like, the full in-depth, reaction to me graduating and shit like that and what I want to do afterwards, then you can go watch the podcast. But so I guess, like, to kind of, like, really summarize what I'm feeling about the whole graduation thing, it's just the fact that, like, I didn't think that it was gonna happen to me. And I'm honestly glad I left that school, to be honest. I feel like for the longest time, I mean, this is like something that I don't necessarily talk about very often, so I'm really opening up to y'all. I feel like at the school that I was at, it was really tough to make friends, and in part that was my fault, because for the people who don't know me, I had a very big problem with being very arrogant and like going up to people. I was a very social person. I was a student body president. I kind of had to be. I guess I never really understood social cues of, like, maybe people don't want to talk to me all the fucking time. Not everybody wants to be my friend and shit like that. And so it took me a while to realize that. And as any other fucking teenager would have that problem, like, I feel like any teenager has that problem where it's like, everyone fucking hates me. You know what I mean? It came in phases. So, like, sometimes people would treat me really, really nicely, and I would have really good days, and then people would completely switch it up on me. And I feel like that really started happening when homecoming was a thing. For the people who went to the school I went to, y'all know that homecoming was a fucking mess. There was rumors of people cheating, people were exposed, and there were some people that got disqualified. It was a whole ass fucking mess. People took it way too fucking seriously. Something that made them really mad at me was me saying I was gonna win. I wanted to be cocky, and I just wanted there to be some, friendly banter between all the different people on the court. And I guess people didn't like that. People did not like the fact that I was very confident. It didn't really matter to me. And so, like, I guess I wasn't really putting enough effort forward for some people, and I was saying all these big things. Of course, now I'm able to look at that and be like, yeah, maybe I was being a fucking annoying ass little prick. But during that time, I was like, I didn't fucking do anything wrong. And so, and I still don't think I did anything wrong, but people started treating me way differently. People started talking shit about me whenever I would walk into certain rooms. People would stop talking and shit like that. Like, it started getting really weird. Even the fucking person I was paired up with to do this entire fucking thing even called me out at some point and saying that I wasn't putting in enough effort. And for everyone's knowledge, I ended up winning King anyway. I'm not gonna say I told y'all so, but I fucking told you so. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it, but I did tell y'all. And for anyone fucking saying, like, oh, it's fucking homecoming, it's high school, who cares? It's like, I'm clearly making a fucking joke. And if anyone's taking it more seriously than I am, then you're clearly the fucking problem. Like, and here's the thing about me, right? I'm not a mean person. I am not a mean person. I am not mean-spirited. If anything, at school, I always tried my best to treat everyone the same. And I hate fucking honing in on the fact that I was student body president, but even people in my own little circle, right, of officers, they didn't even believe in me. And so, like, I was just around a bunch of people that were just like, you know what, dog, I don't think you got it. And even my fucking drama teacher at some point, oh my goodness, y'all need to know this fucking story. So basically, there was this one time where I was being bullied. I was being literally fucking bullied by a teacher. And, like, that's kind of a hyperbole, right? Like, I was a junior in high school at the time. I was a very sensitive ass little kid. And so, like, I'll admit it now, like, I'm still a pretty sensitive guy. But the thing is that with this situation, this had been going on for about 3 years now. 2 years go by after my freshman year, after I actually joined the class, and things are going relatively well. I make good friends there and shit like that, but like also a lot of the time, I would be treated unfairly. There was even at points where like I felt like even the students were in on it. It was after a show, and people were taking pictures of us on the steps. Like there's like imagine the stage like this, right? And then there's steps going down. There's maybe like 4 steps to get down to the ground and to get to where all the seats are and shit. I was sitting right there, and so I made a joke saying, "Oh my god, I feel like I'm fucking famous." And then a lot of people there were like, "Yeah, we know, Cesar. We know you think you're famous." And so like I didn't pay attention to it. I just kind of laughed it off. And then I realized that there was a reason why these people were saying this shit to me. And like then again, all these seem completely subtle, right? All these seem completely subtle, and they all seem like they don't mean anything and shit like that, but I still haven't even gotten to the actual climax of the story. And actually, before I actually get to the climax, I'll explain one more story that I feel like that's really when I started being like, okay, this is fucking bullshit. When I was in my junior year, there was this one time where we would do a haunted house, maybe like bi-yearly, if that makes sense. So like we did one my freshman year, we skipped our sophomore year, and then I did one again my junior year. We were all like just sharing ideas and shit like that, and something that the teacher prefaced the questions by were, don't give me any specific details, just give me broad concepts that we can use in order to figure out the theme of the haunted house. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So then somebody makes a very specific detail. I wish I could fucking remember what it was, just so I could really compare the two. So she had made a very like specific detail that would only be in a certain room or whatever the fuck, and she had written it down. There was another person that made another very specific suggestion thing, so I raised my hand like any other person should. And I started saying what I wanted, and it was a specific detail, thinking that it would be okay because she was writing it down anyway. And then she stopped me in the middle of my tracks, and then she was like, Cesar, I said, you shouldn't give me any specific details, only broad concepts. So like I decided not to say anything. The only thing I uttered out was, but she just... That's all I said. And then she like realized what the fuck she had done. And then she was just like, yeah, I know that I had gone this, like, so she knew exactly what she was doing, and she did that shit in front of her students, right? And then this is the fucking kicker, I promise. The biggest thing that happened between the teacher and I, so I had actually gone to her classroom at some point because I had made a complaint. I had made an official complaint to the principal because I was like, I couldn't fucking take it anymore. And I had gone to her classroom because she had called me over because she wanted to talk to me. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to do this. The few examples I gave y'all were just, of course, only few of the many, many times I felt they made me feel excluded, like an outcast. Like there were many, many times where she made me feel like that. But she had said sorry for all the things that had happened, and then her justification for it was, I think, like, we all think you're a very good actor, but I think sometimes it goes to your head. And I was like, okay, fair criticism, that's completely fine. But in what world does it make it okay for you to then bully a kid to like question not only their own character, but their own self-worth, their self-confidence? Like, fuck, man, that happened for 3 years, and it was all because y'all thought I had a bigger head than I thought. And I will admit, like, I was kind of a arrogant dude, but like in the drama class, it was a place that I felt like I could call home. I felt like I could call safe. And like even my own officers, like even my, like, the people that I fucking worked with, that I had to work with, like, that shit happened. And like this could completely be like taken as like, oh, this dude is just fucking complaining. I am complaining. Like, even being student body president was a fucking hassle, alright? And the reason why it was such a fucking hassle was because even getting into the position itself, like, warranted a lot of these people around me to just be like, dude, you're dumb, you can't do it. But there was another teacher that is surprisingly friends with the other one that made me feel this way. We were having a meeting about the title student body president, which doesn't fucking matter to me, and it didn't fucking matter to me. But the reason why it started to matter to me was because at that point I had something to prove, and at that point I had people that were telling me that I couldn't fucking do it. So at that point it did matter. So she was talking about how I should be the kind of the front man, the performer, and kind of have the title of student body president, and then have my vice president do all the work, do all the paperwork, as they said. What she specifically said was, we know you don't like doing paperwork, so you can just be the front man of being student body president. To my face, he said this shit, right? And I didn't say a single thing because I'm not a disrespectful kid. And because there were a lot of people there that could have definitely gotten me kicked out of that position if I had said something. And even after that, my soon-to-be vice president went on this very big tangent, saying that they wanted the position, and that if I couldn't take criticism, then that it wasn't the right position for me. And she was trying to discredit my character. She was trying to discredit my experience. She was trying to discredit my work ethic and my background, and completely trying to discount my ability to do it. And like, if anything, I could have just fucking quit, but I decided to just do it, just to annoy the fuck out of her. And I couldn't honestly be happier with that, because the thing is that I didn't do shit, and I still had the title. I did do some things, alright? If anything, I had ideas. And if anything, I lacked a team that wanted to execute those ideas. Because of homecoming, everyone was being so fucking rude to each other, and like, just so fucking mean, man. Like, y'all were being so fucking mean for no reason, G. Like, if y'all think y'all didn't start some shit, you did. I'm not saying what the specific group is. And I know y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, these people just fucking, God, they would suck dick for popularity, dude. There were some people in the closet in that group that tried to make me, oh my God, there was one of the fucking dudes from there tried to tell me, oh my God, y'all won't believe this shit. There was this one time where this dude DM'd me on Twitter. I won't say who it is, like, and I have no disrespect towards this dude now. I mean, whatever the fuck, this dude said some really weird shit about me, and you know, he talked shit about me and shit. Whatever, leave that shit in the past. I don't hate the dude, whatever. So he DMs me on Twitter, and he like starts like, in a way, flirting with me. And like, if like, I can't show the text messages. I fucking wish I could. If I can, you know what, I'm gonna just sit here just in case. If I can, I'm gonna show him right here. Hopefully they don't have his name in it or anything like that. But he was like sending hearts and shit. And look, like, I'm not one to assume quickly about things, and I'm not one to, you know, assume someone's character and make conclusions about, you know, someone's personality right from one thing that they do towards me, right? I'm not a person to completely define someone's character with that, right? But he was flirting with me. Like, he was flirting with me. So this guy was flirting with me the same way that any closeted gay dude would be flirting with anybody else. Like I said, no disrespect to this kid. Honestly, no disrespect. He proceeded after that to tell people that I flirted with him, that I was the one who initiated things with him. Gee, I hope you're wearing a baseball cap right now, because you're capping. That's a whole ass cap. That's a whole ass fucking cap, and you know it. You know it. Like, I don't know if you're fucking watching this, dog, but you know that that's a complete fucking lie. I don't know if this was a way of you, like, making me fall for you and shit, but, you know, this is not the way you do it. If anything, man, I don't know, like, you know, take me out on a date first and then tell people we're gay, you know what I'm saying? And if I, like, you know, if we make it a second base, yeah, tell people we're gay, man, but that didn't happen. So keep my fucking name out your mouth. Or else I'm gonna have to put my dick in it, G. Like, you won't, like, I don't think you know what you were talking about. I guess if I could really put a nice bow around this video and, like, kind of bring it in a general point, is, like, fucking love each other, man. Like, I never did anything to these people, and they still treated me like shit. And like, I never did that to them. Like, I never did that to anybody. And these people did this shit to me all the fucking time. And so, like, I always thought, like, why can't people just love each other? Why can't people just care about each other and, like, have a conversation as humans? And, like, the thing is that, like, I'm not one to, like, not take criticism. Like, if you have some criticism about me and my character, man, fucking let me know. I would have not minded at all. But the thing is that people decided not to communicate, and people decided not to be empathetic, and people decided not to be caring and loving and kind. And they went with their gut instinct, which is to protect their own pride and to protect their own character and image and reputation. So they decide to bring other people down. That's not cool, man. It's not cool. And you know, I know there's definitely way worse examples than the ones that I described today, and that should just show you, man, that people are fucking cruel, and don't be one of those people. Love people and care about them. Be kind and give more than you take, because, you know, as soon as shit gets taken from you, it's you know, it's very sad, you know? As soon as people give shit to you, it's very rewarding, and if you feel like you should fucking have it, well, I think everyone should deserve to feel that way. I think everyone deserves some sort of kindness in their life, regardless of who they are. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's a little bit all over the place, but hey, man, I'll see what I fucking do with this. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, and peace.